What's up everyone, this is RFCaps, and I would like to welcome you to the official tournament overview and Mappool explanation video for the first year of the European Championship. EUC has implemented some new ideas, so I'll be going over 3 topics in this video: the tournament overview, Mappool formats, and the match walkthrough. So first, as a tournament overview, EUC is a 3v3 European-only country team-based tournament. There are 3 players minimum required to compete in this tournament per country, and a maximum of 6 players are allowed on a team. The UK is broken up into individual countries like England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland. There are 3 stages to this tournament: qualifiers, a Swiss stage, and playoffs, each with their own group of map pools. And then some important dates will be the captain lock on February 3rd, 0 UTC, then a week later, the roster lock on February 10th. The qualifiers are going to start the next day on February 11th and run all the way through February 25th at 0 UTC. Then the Swiss stage will be 2 weekends, the weekend of March 11th and the weekend of March 19th. And then the following weekend of March 25th and March 26th will be playoffs. So a little bit of explanation on the Swiss stage of the tournament. 16 countries will qualify for the Swiss stage after qualifiers, and they will compete in a Swiss system tournament variant to qualify for the playoffs. A Swiss-style tournament is played in round format where competitors meet one-on-one in each round and are paired using a set of rules designed to ensure that each competitor plays opponents with similar running score, but does not play the same opponent more than once. Our specific format mirrors the one that's used in the Rocket League Championship series. All teams will play an opponent based with the same record. The first round is seeded based on the team's qualifier performance. 3 wins and you advance, so 2 teams will advance at 3-0, 3 teams will advance at 3-1, and 3 teams will advance at 3-2, for a total of 8 teams. And then playoffs will be a normal single elimination playoff bracket. This means if you lose, you are out of the tournament. Moving on to the Mappool format, this tournament consists of 3 Mappool sets, one for each stage of the tournament. The Swiss stage and the playoffs will each have a set of 5 map pools: AC, Speed, Tech, Historical, and Joker. Each of those map pools will have 7 maps of varying difficulty each, meaning there are 35 maps in each of those 2 stages. Now what do those map pools mean? Let's explain. AC is pretty straightforward. The AC map pools will be songs that are generally easier to get very high accuracy on. These can range from standard AC to standard mid speed. The speed map pools will all be maps that range from upper mid speed or very note dense mid speed maps to 400 BPM jumper stamina maps, pretty similar to the World Cup format. The tech map pools will all be maps that you have seen in something as similar as World Cup. Think slow cooling tech maps to higher speed bits, complex, or ABC maps. Now for the 2 more unfamiliar map pools, Historical and Joker. Historical map pools will be staple maps from 2018 and 2019 that almost any person will recognize, especially those that played in that time. Some example mappers would be Hexagonal, Freak, or Squeaksies. Now onto the funny map pool, Joker. This map pool has a couple of different subsections, and I would define it as more niche skill sets that are usually not tested in tournaments. There will be maps from 5 different categories: Vibro, Poodles, BB Bear, Goodak, and Wild Tech. While we have this list defined, it does not mean that is everything that will be there. This category is mainly made for things that are just more unconventional. So if we see something that we feel fits this map pool, we'll add it. Otherwise, you can expect these kind of maps in there. Now for qualifiers. Qualifiers will consist of 6 maps: a lower mid-speed map, an upper mid-speed map, a speed map around 350 BPM, a mid-tech map, a historical map, and 1 map from the Joker category. Now please understand it is impossible to have all Joker subcategories in qualifiers, but expect them to be in the other two map pools. The qualifiers are going to start on February 11th, as I said before, and every player is going to have 3 attempts to set a score on a map. Once a player clicks play in the qualifier plugin, 1 attempt will be used up, and quitting or restarting the song or closing the game will still use an attempt. Also, pausing the song after playing for more than 10 seconds will result in a submitted score of 0%. The top 3 scores of each team count towards their total, and the total is made up of the average accuracies of each counted score. And the 16 teams with the highest combined accuracy advance to the Swiss stage. In the case of a tie, the 4th highest score on each map will be taken into calculation to decide who moves on to the Swiss stage. So finally, let's discuss how the match flows and the pick ban phase of each match. Two countries are going to face off in a 3v3 showdown in either a best of 5 or a best of 7 match. The Swiss stage is all best of 5 and the playoffs are all best of 7. So at the beginning of each match, the coordinator is going to issue a coin flip and the captains will call either heads or tails, and the winner of the coin flip will choose whether they want to be team 1 or team 2. In both the best of 5 and the best of 7 format, team 1 will then pick one of the 5 available map pools, and then team 2 will pick one of the 4 remaining map pools after that. And this creates a combined total of 14 maps. And then after that, team 2 is going to ban 3 of the 14 available maps and team 1 bans 3 of the 11 remaining maps. And then from there, team 1 will start picking a map and then they will alternate picking maps until either 4 or 6 maps are chosen. Then, if the match is tied after the 4 or 6 maps, the 2 teams will go on to play a tiebreaker map. The tiebreaker in EUC will be a little bit different than you've seen in other tournaments such as World Cup. Once a tiebreaker has started, both teams will participate in another coin toss, and the winner of that coin toss will decide on whether they want to pick a map pool from the 3 remaining pools, or if they want to pick a map in this map pool that is selected. The loser of the coin toss will do the action that the winning team does not pick, and the 2 teams will play the selected map as the tiebreaker. So an example scenario of this is team 1 wins the coin toss and decides to select the map, giving team 2 the ability to pick the pool. So team 2 picks one of the 3 remaining map pools from the list, and team 1 selects which map to play from that pool with no bans from either team. And then the opposite would be the same as well. Team 1 wins the coin toss and decides to pick the map pool, and then team 2 will pick the map from that map pool. Then the map is played, and the winner of that map wins that match. And with that, I thank you guys for listening to this video. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to check out our Discord, which you can find on our Twitter at BS Champion. And feel free to give us a follow to stay up to date with any tournament updates or videos that we post.